Hello, welcome back
Hi.
to another episode of Young
and Opinionated.
the podcast.
That was not in sync. Do that again right now.
Okay. Wow. Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Young and Opinionated, the podcast where we have to make an intro in sync because Carl is very picky about intros. She's a loser.
Says you. Who redoes like one sentence like 50 million times.
It's Friday. I don't know. It's going to be Saturday in an hour. It's 11. And this podcast was actually supposed to be recorded a week ago on Sunday. But yeah, Carl just neglects this more than dumpster babies are neglected.
No. You neglect it.
Our
podcast is like the neglected child from your from the vlog family.
Carl right now is really tired. She doesn't look like she's gonna be able to do anything anymore, and that's a scary thing because I really am kind of a lot of hungry, and I really want to go to Checkers and get my Baconzilla, but it looks like Carl's not gonna be awake for that. So let's just get into this. We just finished right now, 5 minutes ago. We just finished playing Super Mario Brothers U Deluxe on the Nintendo Switch. Really fun game. Carl has fallen asleep, everybody.
No, I'm still very awake.
Wake up.
I am.
Talk.
I heard you said that not a few minutes, not even.
Oh my god.
Very soon ago.
Oh my god. We've lost her.
And it was fun.
So yeah,
I kept dying.
It reminds me of a lot of the Wii version. It's almost exactly the same. It's really good, and we've made it to we passed 8 levels maybe, and
yeah.
Carl already has 7 continue. She's wasted 35 lives already.
Shh. We don't talk about them.
She just sucks at this.
No, I just sacrificed myself a lot for you.
So yes, it's a really fun game. We used to play it a
what I
lot
thought.
as kids. When we had the Wii, it was the first game we got, and it was really addictive and really fun.
Honestly, I still remember playing it with you. It was one of the only games I actually played.
Yeah, it's a fun multiplayer game. Alone, I don't know if you'd have that much fun, but it's really fun when you play with other people because you mess around, you're killing each other. We have there's Yoshis, there's the baby Yoshis, there's regular Yoshi. And whenever mine dies, I just ground pound Carl and steal hers.
You literally threw your baby Yoshi off the cliff.
Oh yeah, there's this baby Yoshi. I don't know how to control him because we're using the Joy-Cons, and then I don't know how to hold him. I just threw him off the cliff to his death.
And the other baby Yoshi ran away.
And then another baby Yoshi, Carl, grabbed him and then jumped and then couldn't use him and just died with him. It was awful. It's really funny to see.
That was foul play.
It's really funny to see how much Carl sucks. But that's not the only game we got. Recently in the mail, I got Minecraft.
Oh, God.
Of all games for the Switch, Minecraft. A game you can get on your phone for $6 or $7, or I don't know.
Something around there.
Yeah, you can get that on your phone. Or you can pay $20-something for it on the Switch. I don't know why. It's the Bedrock edition, so I don't know. It's not the PC one. It's the same one everyone has on iOS and all the phones. Carl has fallen completely asleep.
No.
She just woke up. So yeah, Minecraft. I've heard really bad things about this Minecraft version for the Switch because it doesn't run that well. But I'm willing to take a risk and buy it. And plus it has this really cool feature with 4 split screens, I think. Up to 4 split screens, so your friends could all be playing in the same world. 4 friends, and there's split screens. I don't know how that's gonna work. I really wish I had a huge, ginormous TV, so the split screens wouldn't affect anything, but oh well. Carl,
no, I'm fine.
During that entire moment of silence, Carl was just dead on her bed.
No, don't listen to him.
Should I just do a solo podcast?
No, I'm here.
That'd be hilarious. Me doing a solo podcast, talking to myself.
I'm here. Okay, very off topic. My teacher quit.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
Carl's teacher, her engineering teacher, my engineering teacher.
Yeah, you had her.
Actually, my favorite teacher of all Booker High School has quit.
Honestly, my theory is probably because of salary and because of online kids. But someone like next to me, they were like, "Oh my god!" She just took a break and she was like, "Yeah, I should do this more often," and decided to retire right then and there.
So yeah, I had her for like 3 years of high school, and she was really chill all the time. And it seems that she was always like the rebellious teacher. She would always like go against the system, go against the ways teacher teach. It was really fun. Carl said she saw her at Goodwill once.
Yeah.
When Carl saw her at Goodwill, she was like panicking and freaking out. She was like, I want to go to the car. Give me the keys. I'm going to the car. And I was like, what the heck is going on? But I know Carl, like whenever she like worries about something, I know it's probably not important. So I was like, yeah, whatever. And then she's like, my teacher's here. I'm like, oh, great. I don't care if your teacher's here. See, this isn't a big problem. You're acting like the mafia is here to kill you or something. But no, it's just your teacher. She's in public. You just don't want to see her. So yeah, I don't take Carl that serious whenever she's worried. So that's a bad thing. But she made that. She built up all that. That's her fault. So I've been playing with the Nintendo Switch OLED for so much time. This is literally the best console on the planet. I hands down 100% recommend the Nintendo Switch OLED to anybody. It looks beautiful in handheld. And the screen is so beautiful. It's so nice compared to the regular Switch. It's way better. And my favorite game right now has been Super Mario 64. It's just so much nostalgia. I just can't believe it. I almost want to I begin to tear up sometimes while playing because it's so nostalgic for me because that was my childhood right there. Mario 64. And it's my personal goal for the year to beat all three of the games. Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, and Mario Galaxy. And there's some stars I never would have guessed as a kid. And I'm playing it and reflecting this game is hard for a kid. For a little kid who just picks up the Nintendo 64 and he got his console, he got his game, his controller. This is really difficult for a kid. I don't know how people would beat it as kids. I'd never beat it as a kid. I never got close to beating it as a kid. But yeah, super fun. And I hope to get all 120 stars. I'm 1/4 the way. And yeah. And the game I'm most excited about is Mario Sunshine because personally, don't kill me, personally, I think Sunshine is the best game ever for Mario because it introduced so much new mechanics, a great story, kind of funny story with Bowser Jr. and Mama Peach. So yeah, it's really good. That game I was so close to beating. I was literally at the volcano. I was just about to beat Bowser. And then, no, I just couldn't. The reason I've never beaten games, I don't think I've ever beaten a well-known game, a big game. I've never been able to beat them because all the consoles I owned needed memory cards. I just did not know as a kid how memory cards work. So, whenever I would play, all my data would be lost once I stopped playing because I didn't have my memory card. So this means if I would game all day and then I just turn off the console, there it goes all day long. The one game I remember I was so mad that I didn't beat was Spyro the Dragon's second video game with Ripto's Rage. That was such a good game. It's one of my favorite Spyro games, if not the favorite. And I kid you not, I started playing from the morning. I left my TV on when I went to eat breakfast and lunch, and then I came back, continued that, and then even then, all the way till the afternoon, where we had to have this one meeting, and then I had to just shut off the console. My parents were like, why'd you leave it on for so long? And I just had to shut it off. And that was the saddest thing ever, just seeing all my data go when I was literally at the final boss battle. It was the saddest thing ever. I'm really excited about the Nintendo Switch and all the games that are coming out this year. There's Pokemon Legends Arceus. It's such an interesting game. From what I understand, Pokemon games aren't that good anymore as they used to be. So this RPG style Pokemon game is like gonna be a real hit or miss for everybody. People like the graphics, then all the other people don't like them. People are speculating the mechanics, or trying to see what's going on, but yeah, I don't know. $60 for retail. It's kind of expensive for me, but I really like Pokemon. So if the reviews are good, I think I'm gonna drop a bag on it. Another game I'm really excited about is Kirby in the Forgotten Land, and so it's looking really promising. A 3D Mario styled Kirby game. We've only ever seen him in 2D, which is gonna be really interesting how he makes the jump. It's also Kirby's 35th anniversary, I think. So yeah, it's gonna be really excited. The year of Kirby. It looks really, really good right now. So yeah, he has a gun. That's gonna be fun. So yeah, I just went on a ramble by myself. I just made a whole podcast by myself.
No.
What do you mean no?
Well, maybe, but still, I'm here.
Carl's here, late to join the party again. This has now become like kind of like tradition almost to play Super Smash Brothers Ultimate like at night after we've all showered, but before we go out to eat, we have to like get a few rounds in with Dad. And Dad, I don't know why he always goes for Kirby. He always goes for Kirby, and he never goes for anybody else. Almost he changes his colors here and there, but that's about it. And all the constant thing we have to hear throughout the whole battle, yeah, because he doesn't know how to do a lot of tricks or combos. He just knows how to use the sword. Carl uses Marth, Corrin, those guys. I don't know why. They kind of suck. She never beats me anytime ever. I'm always victorious over her. I don't know if I ever mentioned this, but as a kid, or teen kid, I guess, all my friends had like the newer consoles, the PS3s, the PS4s, the Xbox Ones, and I was the kid stuck on the previous generation. I was like really behind. I had the PS2, the GameCube, the Nintendo 64. I was not cut up with the times at all. But despite all my technical disadvantages, my friends who had the PS4s and the Xbox Ones would still prefer to come to my house just to play Super Smash Bros. Melee on the GameCube, which was super cool. And I was like, you guys really want to come to my house? I have a GameCube and a 64. We can go play your PS4s and Xbox Ones. But they're like, no, we want to play Smash, man. And I feel like there's no better way to bond than to be playing Smash and killing each other. It's so fun. I really do wish that I had that neighborhood friend that lived nearby that he can just come over every day and just play Smash all day. We would be best of friends. But unfortunately, I didn't have that. The closest thing to that I have is pretty much just Carl. She's asleep, so she doesn't know that I'm saying all of this. One time I asked her what's her favorite podcast, and she's like, and I'm like, wrong answer. It's Young and Opinionated. And when I created the Young and Opinionated channel and started uploading the podcast, it took her like a few podcasts in to finally subscribe, which is really sad that one of the co-hosts just doesn't subscribe. Can't believe I have to make this podcast on my own. This really sucks. I don't know how people have podcasts where they just talk by themselves. It feels really weird, and I feel really lonely right now, but it is what it is. If you listen closely, you might listen to her snoring. My God. I don't know what to do after this podcast because I have to go eat. I'm really hungry. But if Carl isn't awake, I don't know if I can go eat because she always has to go with me, apparently. She says, unless I sneak out by myself and just go grab a bite. But then if I come back, She's awake. She's like, where's my food? And then I have to go back, get her food, then come back, and then my food's already cold by then, and then I just want to die. Everyone's always like, live life slowly or something, like be calm and everything. But I've never seen life that way, especially with the pandemic. I literally lost a year of living because I did nothing but just lay around in bed, work, and that's it. I'd just lay around in bed playing Minecraft, and then work, repeat. That year of life was lost completely. So now, more than ever, I feel like just going. My perspective of life is like a long bridge from you're born till you die. But I always think of life as like the bridge is collapsing behind you, and then you have to keep running. That's how I think of it. I think I might like going through life too fast, a little bit too much, and now it's kind of affecting my body. But I've always thought of it like I'm gonna die trying to do my absolute best, or I'm gonna die trying what I love, and this is what I love. So if I drop dead, just know I dropped dead really happy. Unless I get a heart attack caused by one of my anger outbursts. In that case, I didn't die happy. I don't feel like I have a lot of time here. I feel like my time is very limited. I don't know why. I've never known why, but I just feel it. I feel like I'm not meant to be here a lot. Like, I definitely think my parents are gonna definitely 100% outlive me, which is a scary thought because I don't know. I don't think I'm supposed to be here for a long time. It's something I've like put in my brain to the point where I like no longer fear death. I don't fear it. I don't fear what will happen. I don't fear what'll be of anything. The only thing I do worry about is like what my parents would think about if I die. I'd probably not be so happy. Not at all. They'd be really sad. Carl would also be really sad. But I wouldn't want her to be sad, so hopefully she knows. I feel like just about everybody else has like this goal of like longevity, living long, having grandchildren one day, but I just don't envision that anymore. I don't know why. I just don't see myself ever having a wife or kids. So yeah, I don't have any of those dreams or aspirations to look forward to, which is also a factor why I do what I do. Like some decisions I take them like thinking I'm not gonna live long. Like, why go to the dentist and fix up my teeth for like a few $1,000s when we don't have that money? And plus, I'm not gonna be here for 50 plus years to enjoy those teeth or anything. So just a waste of money, really. Why invest in my health if I'm probably leaving soon? This is literally not a good way to think, but it's just my way to think. And with that, I think I'll just go into the words of wisdom, quote of the day, whatever you want. I just want to do God's will, and He's allowed me to go to the mountain. And I've looked over, and I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land. Martin Luther King Jr. Thanks for joining me on my solo podcast where I pretty much just revealed all my secrets. And see you next time. This has been another episode of Young and Opinionated. Goodbye.